welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? Oh, sorry, excuse me. It's so good to hear from you. Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm a little tired right now. That's why I'm yawning. What does it look like when you yawn? Did you know that if you pretend to yawn, it might actually make you yawn for real? Have you ever been sitting on the couch or maybe on a long car ride and suddenly you just yawned? Maybe you didn't even feel that tired, but your mouth stretched open, your eyes watered, and maybe even someone else next to you yawned too. Isn't it funny how yawns are contagious like that sometimes? What's really going on when we yawn? I was thinking about this question because I got an email from a curious kid named Luke. He asked, "Why do we yawn?" And I bet he probably yawned after he asked. Let's find out today. Scientists have been studying yawns for a long time. And while there isn't one single answer, there are some really good ideas about why we yawn and what it does for our bodies. Yep, we can put this in the mysteries of our world category because we don't know for sure what a yawn is for. First, let's talk about what a yawn actually is. When you yawn, you open your mouth wide, take in a deep breath of air, and then slowly let it out. At the same time, the muscles in your face, throat, and even your chest all stretch. Sometimes your eyes water too, because the muscles around your eyes are tightening. A yawn only takes a few seconds, but it feels pretty powerful, doesn't it? So, why do we do it? Well, one of the most popular theories is that yawning helps our brains. When we get sleepy, bored, or have been sitting still for too long, our brains slow down a bit too. Yawning might help wake up the brain by bringing in a big rush of oxygen and pushing out extra carbon dioxide. That deep breath stirs up our blood flow and might make us feel a little more alert. Now, another idea is that yawning helps cool down the brain. Yes, your brain can get warm just like a computer does. When you yawn, you bring in cool air and stretch the muscles in your head, neck, and face. That can increase blood flow and help cool things down. Scientists have noticed that people yawn more often when they're in a warm room or when the temperature around them changes. So maybe it's like your body's built-in air conditioner for your brain. We also yawn before big changes in our body's state. For example, people often yawn right before they fall asleep, or just as they're waking up. Athletes sometimes yawn before starting a competition. So maybe it's your body's way of resetting itself before moving from one mode to another. But what's really interesting is that most animals yawn too. Dogs, cats, birds, and even fish. So clearly there is some utility to it. We're just not quite sure exactly what it is. And we don't know why it's contagious either. Some people think maybe it's a social thing, like you do it because your brain wants you to fit in with whatever environment that you're in. But again, we don't know. The best answer for all of this yawning is maybe it just does a little bit of everything. It cools our brains, wakes us up when we're tired or bored, and helps us switch between states like wakefulness and sleep. That's a lot of jobs for such a quick and simple action. So next time you catch yourself yawning, think about exactly what's going on with your body, and maybe you can help us figure it out too. Oh, and did you know that babies yawn even before they're born? Scientists have seen babies yawning in the womb during ultrasounds. I wonder if the baby inside of my wife is yawning right now. Okay, let's have a quick quiz. What happens to your mouth when you yawn? It opens really wide. What gas do we bring in more of when we yawn? That would be oxygen. And what do scientists think yawning might help us cool down? They think it might help us cool down the brain. Let's play true or false. True or false? Yawning only happens when you're tired. That's false. If that were true, maybe it would be a little bit easier to figure out why we yawn. But no, sometimes you're not even tired and you start yawning. True or false? Yawning is a human-only behavior. That's false. Animals yawn too. True or false? Babies can yawn before they're even born. That is true. Would you rather have to yawn every single time you blink or sneeze every single time you laugh? Okay, neither of these sound very fun to me. But if I was going to pick one, I would definitely sneeze every time I laughed, because to have to yawn every time I blink, I would become very aware of how much I was blinking. And that doesn't sound fun. I like to not think about it when I blink. You know what I mean? Because you have to do it so much. What if every time I blinked, I thought, okay, I'm blinking now. Okay, I'm blinking now. Okay, that time I blinked twice. Now I'm blinking 3 times. You would just end up blinking a lot. Try to do that. Say, okay, I'm blinking now every time you blink. It's confusing. It throws your whole brain off. Okay, let's play What Am I? I have just one today. It's a good one. I move through your body. You get more of me when you yawn. And your brain needs me to stay alert. What am I? It is oxygen. So, what is yawning? Well, we don't know for sure, but we think it helps cool down your brain, keep you alert, wake you up, and even prepare your body for changes. It's one of those big mysteries of science that we're still studying. And you know me, I love mysteries in science. I love mysteries in our world. It's proof that we have not figured out everything, and I think that is pretty cool. Oh, okay, now I'm tired. What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out. So until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And for all the grown-ups listening, don't forget that we're launching the Curious Kids Club very soon, so go to supportcuriouskids.com for more information. And please visit CuriousKidsEveryday.com to get a free printable with activity ideas that don't involve screens. Those are the best kinds of adventures to have. That's CuriousKidsEveryday.com. See you tomorrow.